How do you deal with basically being called unattractive by a person you're out on a date with? Most people I've gone on dates with were very nice. But occasionally I'll go out with someone who for some reason imply that they're settling for my looks or that I'm not attractive. The two most notable times it's happened is 1. With a guy I went on a date with, and he got a good look at my face and said, "Yeah, I can work with this." And 2. With a woman who told me to my face, "Yeah, I'm not really into attractive girls, they have to be a little ugly for me to date them. I am not white and I've accepted I don't fit Eurocentric beauty standards as a WOC. But I like to think I'm a 10 regardless of what some arbitrary beauty standards say. But I just don't understand what compels someone to say something like that to someone they intend to date." Admittedly, I am very new to dating as I've only put myself in the dating pool for a year. So maybe this post is just coming off as obvious that I'm probably naive when it comes to this stuff. But to experienced women on here, why do they say that? Also, how do you not let comments like that hurt your self-esteem? Tearing someone down so they feel like you're doing them a favor by dating them is manipulative, toxic, abusive behavior. If you feel safe simply walking out, feel free to do so. It won't ever get better with them. Leave while you can. I'll admit this, and it may be controversial because it isn't that nice. But in a similar situation I very visibly perked way up and said, "Ooh. Are we critiquing each other's flaws now?" Like I was super excited to go next. They were not as excited as me, go figure. They muttered some vague backpedaling statement and wouldn't you know it I lost their number after. Woman shrugging, "Not even sorry. I do not have the time or energy for that shit anymore. I just don't." Edit forgot I commented. Opened this up and went, "Oh no. I'm going to have people yelling at me. Lol, thank you guys." My ex did this. Threw all sorts of rude and assholey opinions my way and would say I'm just being honest. Would you rather I lie? No, I'd rather you fuck off. Like, take a look in the mirror, bud. And honestly, he only fucked himself over. I'm fucking fabulous. I think they are trying to neg you. The idea is that if they make you insecure, you'll work hard to get their approval. If I encounter someone like this, I just say, "Excuse you," and leave the date. I don't date people who don't want to date me. If you show me with your words and or actions that you don't rate me, I'm out and so are you. How would you deal with them? What would you do for a friend who said these things to you? You would unfriend them, I hope. You leave immediately. I've had a dude back when I was looking for a BF ask if I was sick and unhealthy due to my hair not being that luxurious thick and how pale I naturally am. You don't give those comments the time of might also be nagging, which is also a reason to get out of there. I'd probably just up and leave. It's an incredibly rude thing to say. Never said that on a date, even when the guy was 15 years older than in the photo and actually quite ugly. No thanks. I don't think that's going to work out. And no personal insults. I don't think I'm ugly. I had my share of people being attracted to me. And beauty is really personal. So I just don't seek this kind of validation. You like me, great. You don't, no problem. Oh, that makes us a great match, 'cause I also like it when chicks are a little ugly. Edit, I said guys instead of chicks 'cause I misread, but someone pointed it out. Folded hands. Understand that it's an attempt at negging. Realize that means he has just told you he is nowhere near good enough for you. An MVO eon with your head held high, you dodged a bullet. You get up and leave. Don't take abuse from people. Just leave and avoid a toxic relationship. You leave. You don't answer text or calls. You should excuse yourself to the bathroom, pay your drink, and ghost him. Pick up and leave. Block them on phone and social media. Next. After sex, a man told me that it is his dream to fuck a porn star. I said, well, it is time for me to go, and got up to get dressed. He got flustered and started asking me if I needed anything or would I like something to eat at 1:00 a.m. face with rolling eyes. Nope, I'm good. Said goodbye. Left and blocked him, never to speak to him again. I always remember to take my self-esteem with me wherever I go. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Sorry this happened. Yes, I always pick the insecure ones. They are much more moldable. Logic is, getting the other insecure will make them dependent on future validation. If a partner is dependent on validation but you keep also giving portions of critique, the partner will be much more easy to maneuver and influence. If guys really said that, I'd probably assume they're incels and took advice from pickup artists. Sounds like negging to me. I'd probably just laugh, sarcastically say this was fun, smile, and leave. I don't toughen up. I am being myself. I don't want anything to do with a person who thinks I'm unattractive. If it was during the date, I'd just get up, leave, and unmatch him. This has nothing to do with being new to dating. Your feelings are completely justified here. It's so rude and a huge red flag. That's so incredibly rude to tell someone that. This happened to my guy friend. When they were texting before they even got to the first date, this man told him, you're not the most attractive guy I'm speaking to right now, but I think you're my favorite. When my friend called him out, the guy tried to tell him that he was being too sensitive. Couldn't take a compliment. Just on and on. Being on the phone with him through that exchange had me all kinds of furious. I'm telling you the wholehearted truth. I'm not sure if it's because I think highly of myself or what. But anyone who tells me this on a first date, I'm getting up and leaving. LMFAO. F them in this date. When you just know you fine, you will attract better. And trust me, I wasn't always like this. Never settle. I would just walk away. Don't have time for that kind of BS. It might be some mental dating game, negging or whatever. Just a red flag to me. Personally, I just get up and leave. I say, well, guess this isn't the one, and say farewell. Not all dates are good dates. Yeah, I can work with this. Yeah, I'm not really into attractive girls. They have to be a little ugly for me to date them. WTF is wrong with people? It's 2023 and people feel like they can say this to someone? I grew up insanely insecure until I figured out that people who say things like that are insecure. Would take everyone down with them, so to speak. So whenever I heard you are pretty enough, I just assume their personality is horrid and treat it as an insult independent of my self-image. I literally detached my self-image and worth from what can say about me, and it has worked wonders. For me, they insult you and regard them as a petulant middle schooler, lol. Back in the day, I rocked up to a Tinder date who told me to leave because I look nothing like my photos, even though they were under a month old. I think he was just regretting messaging a curvy girl. Tell them to go fuck themselves and move on. It's on them. There's a reason men neg. It's worked for some of them. A good chunk of men don't actually like women. They just want their holes for a bit. Sex, for them, is about power and domination. There are tons of men having sex with women on this earth at this moment who truly believe they are superior to the stupid simple woman. And I think in too many cases, I have been simple. I have been stupid. But I'm not so stupid anymore, and now men that get to know me just call me a bitch because I'm not putty in their hands anymore. You get up and leave. That's abuse. It's a tactic. Google negging. They want women to feel insecure and grateful. I've gotten the we can fuck but we can't date line. I left. Fuck that noise. Ew, if any man ever spoke to me like this, I would get up and leave. Gross behavior from gross people.